Welcome to episode 2 of Echoes of Success podcast. I'm your host, Billy Joe Todd, the results engineer, aka coach. We're going to jump right into it. This is groundbreaking. We're doing cold calling, micro transformations of people in their businesses, and we're jumping right into it. Let's get into this call.
Birdwell A hitting this, Jason.
Hey, Jason, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. My name is Billy Joe Todd, and I'm calling from the podcast Echoes of Success. It's a podcast about all things successful and bringing you and your business to the next level. Am I catching you at a good time or a bad time?
Well, so what is it about exactly?
So the podcast itself is about bringing people and their business to the next level, diving deep into, what will make them be at the next level, and as well, what's holding them back, and what does the other side look like when you've beaten those things that are holding you back to get to the next level.
Okay.
So on the podcast, we just ask, we cold call. It's something revolutionary, something no one else is doing. And we ask 3 questions. And sometimes they get pretty deep, but we like to call it a micro transformation. And then if you like what you hear, you can join our community and maybe build some more.
Honestly, I don't know exactly what we're even getting into on that.
So it's just 3 questions that make you think about your life, your business, where you are now, where you were before, and where you want to go. So I'm cold calling, putting people on the spot, kind of like those prankster shows, but I'm doing it with a positive message and trying to do a micro transformation with you and the missus there, Tia. So the questions are simple. They're just a little deep, that's all.
Like, what do you mean by deep?
Well, let's instead of answering them, I'll just say them out loud, and then you can decide whether you want to answer them or not, or if this is something that's not interesting to you at all, we can hang up, and I'll try the next one. To be honest, you're my first one for the podcast. So episode 1 was an interview, and episode 2 is my groundbreaking thought process of cold calling businesses, bringing themselves and or their business to the next level. I've been coaching, consulting business, owning businesses since I was 17 years old. I've been in management positions since I was 14. I know businesses inside and out. I know people inside and out. Even when I was a kid, my family came to me for advice. Even though I was young, they came to me for consoling. They came to me for that guidance. And I've always been that way. And I'm just trying to spread my message of rising to greatness, unlocking your true potential.
Sure, okay.
Okay. Is Tia around or no?
Yeah, she's here.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Tia. How are you? I'm Billy Joe Todd. I like to call myself a results engineer, not a coach, for business and people.
Nice.
So it's just 3 simple questions. I'm gonna say them out loud, and then we can choose to go forward and answer them if you wish. So first question is, what is one uncomfortable truth about your life that if you changed it today could completely transform your future? Number 2, if you had no limits, no fear, no excuses, what's the boldest move you'd make right now? And finally, number 3, what would your life look like if you finally broke through the barriers holding you back? What would the other side look like? So to understand kind of where I'm coming with these questions, I know they're deep. Sometimes the shock and awe approach is where to go. Like a slap in the face gets you, whoa, I'm here, I'm awake, right? Smelling salts in a hockey game. Does that make sense, Jason and Tia?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So could we go forward and ask these questions and get some answers out of you folks?
Goodness, I wouldn't even know how to answer some of those. I really wouldn't.
Okay. Well, you know what that tells me, Tia?
What?
That the next level is around the corner, and if we dive right into them, we might get to that next level together. So how about we answer what you can answer? Is that fair?
Sure.
So the first one, what is one uncomfortable truth about your life that if you changed it today could completely transform your future? Can you answer that one today? If not, say skip.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a really uncomfortable truth. But, I mean, I guess Jason and I like to be together so much, like, you know, like with each other, that we sometimes put off things that we could be doing. Say the kids are sick or something, and he'll stay here with me and the kids instead of one of us staying here and one of us going, you know, about our work business. And it's not all the time, but it's sometimes. And sometimes I think that if we could just get past that, which it's not a horrible thing to want to be around each other, but working together on a business, you know, it's hard. Being married at the same time.
Absolutely. And is this the first time you've said that out loud, or have you and Jason discussed this before?
I think I said something about it today.
Wow. But is that the first time today, earlier when you said something? No,
not
okay.
The first time.
Okay. There's some growth there. I like it. There's some growth. We can work on that. Let's go to number 2. If you had no limits, no fear, no excuses, what's the boldest move you'd make right now?
Oh, no. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, possibly maybe move out of this area.
Yep.
Wow.
Relocate, yeah. Wow, okay, yeah. Relocate.
And is that the first time you're saying that out loud?
Run away. Almost did sell the business and run away. But I didn't say that because I don't really want to sell it and run.
Right.
But
Because the AC business is very difficult here because of the season.
Oh, and the humidity.
It's hard to,
The humidity, the moisture, the mold,
Yep.
the condensation. Just being over here by the coast, near the ocean, it's a little bit more difficult than whenever you get closer inland, where it's a little drier, and goodness, they have a heater season. It goes through the heater season.
Amazing.
It's very difficult for us here because there's a certain time of year where people don't use their equipment at all.
Yeah.
And everywhere else in the world, it's either heater or air conditioner, but there's usually always something running. So we don't have much of a heater season.
Yeah, this is the first time we've experienced this. It's whenever we moved to Corpus.
I've always had work in the wintertime everywhere else I've ever lived.
It's always been slow, of course, but nothing like this.
Wow.
Wintertime is very difficult for AC companies here. It's difficult to maintain a crew through the wintertime.
Oh, big time.
Start back up in the summertime and still have everything that you built from the year before, which is a big setback for a lot of companies.
Like, you've got to be able to offer them 40 hours a week no matter what, even if there's not any work. And there's some times where there's not any work.
Small businesses can't afford to do.
And then you factor in things like COVID or the economy or presidential changes. Everything gets thrown for a loop.
Okay, even when there's a government shutdown.
Yeah, we got one here too in Canada.
Oh, you're in Canada.
Yeah, you couldn't tell by my accent?
I didn't hear it. No.
Wow. Well, I'm also a voiceover artist, so that's probably why you didn't hear it. I've been trained to kind of neutralize it.
Oh, why? Why would you ever do that? Let it out.
Oh, you wouldn't want that. You may not understand anything about what I'm talking about. All right.
I love it. We love hockey, and so yeah, if I could move out of the country, I would go straight to Canada.
Nice. Okay, I do the opposite. I'd be moving down there, especially Texas. I love Texas.
Very good. We can house swap.
Awesome. Love it. So, number 3, what would your life look like if you finally broke through the barriers holding you back? What does the other side look like for Tia and Jason?
Just less stress. Just having peace of mind. You know, peace of mind for the future. We've got 5 kids.
Wow.
You know, and at this point, they're so spoiled.
I mean, it would be nice to be able to not have to worry about how we're going to make it through this winter, or things like that. I mean, everything seems to usually work out, but it's just
tired of waiting for it to work out. I don't want it to work out. I want it to be good.
yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to answer the 3 questions. What we talk about as microtransformation is it makes you think. So I'm going to give you some homework, and if you enjoyed this, I would like to do a follow-up call on another podcast episode. And the homework is simple. It's what the other side would look like, and what I like to use power words. And instead of change, I like to use the word pivot. What would you do to pivot to make the life different? Would you start a different business? Like you said, would you sell the business? And kind of just brainstorm some things of what you would do alternatively. So make it fun, and maybe pick a destination like Canada, and then maybe we can discuss that if you would like a follow-up call.
I mean, sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That works for me.
It was a little bit fun, right? Jason was a little hesitant at the beginning, but it was a little bit fun, right?
I'm always hesitant.
Yeah.
That's good.
I get a lot of calls.
I can imagine, but probably not too many from some crazy Canucks.
Not usually. Some insurance salesman from India.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you, Tia, and thank you, Jason, for taking the time. Is there anything else you want to say before we go?
Oh, no, thank you.
Okay. Well, thanks so much, folks. Good luck with the business, the family. I love it. I love what you're doing. I love your energy, and can't wait to talk to you soon on another podcast.
All right. Sounds good.
Thanks,
Have a
guys.
great day, sir.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Whoa, the first one out of the gate. Whoa. Well, there's one phone call in the books, the first one, and that was the first phone call we did. I thought I'd have to do 10 or 20 to get you some good content, but there we go. It is over. Tune in next time where we do it again, and we'll also do follow-up episodes where we give them homework like we did today and see where they're at and how they pivoted their life and how we did a micro-transformation with them. So thanks for joining us. Billy Joe Todd for Echoes of Success podcast. We'll see you next time.